Welcome to NIOS. Today we will cover part 1 of chapter number 6. In this part, we will discuss about the Indian society in the early 19th century. First, let us try to understand the word society. A society is a large group of people living together who share some common features like language, culture, and so many things. Do you know that Indian society in the 19th century was very different from the society that we live in today? In the 19th century, Indian society mainly suffered from two problems. What were those two problems? Can you guess? Let me tell you. The problems were, the first problem was lack of education. And the second problem was lower position of women as compared to men. Now let us discuss them one by one in detail so that we can understand this in a better way. The first problem which we came to know was lack of education. Most of the people in India were not educated during those days. Only upper class people, who were called as Brahmins, had knowledge of religious literatures. Because those religious books were written in Sanskrit language and only Brahmins knew that language. Therefore, they could interpret it in the way they liked. The Brahmins told people to perform costly ceremonies and rituals at the time of birth and at the time of death. Since people did not know what was written in religious books, they followed the words of these Brahmins. However, we should understand that monopoly of one class over education was present not only in India but in other parts of the world also. For example, in Europe, the religious book of Christian, which is known as Bible, is written in Latin language, and only the people in the church could understand it. They interpreted it according to their wish. And finally, the people opposed this, and the Renaissance and Reformation movement were started in Europe. All this happened in Europe. Now, before moving forward, let us quickly learn about these terms. The first term is Renaissance. The Renaissance was the period of growth in the field of arts, literature, and modern ideas. from 14th till 16th centuries in Europe. The second term, which we will discuss and try to understand, is Reformation movement. This was a movement to reform Christianity started by Martin Luther during 16th century, and it led to the division of Christianity into many groups. And few of the names of these Christianity groups were like Catholics, Catholics, Anglican, Lutheran, etc. The second problem was lower position of women as compared to men. This was another reason for the backwardness of Indian society in the 19th century. The condition of girls and women was really bad during those days, as many social evils were present in the society that made their life difficult. For example, female infanticide, child marriage, sati pratha, and polygamy. Let us now try to understand these terms again in detail. Female infanticide. This means the practice of killing newly born baby girls, as women were considered as burden. So, many parents killed their daughter soon after they were born. Child marriage. This means marriage of girls at a very young age, and this was very common. And the most strange thing is, in many cases, young girls were married to older men. The third social evil was polygamy. This means the practice of one man marrying many women. And this practice was also common in the country. The fourth social evil was sati pratha. This is the burning of widow along her dead husband. This was also another social evil practice which was very common. It is really unfortunate to say that even in general, the position of women was very bad, as they did not have a right to get education, and also they didn't have any right to possess any property. However, slowly the opinion of people changed, and they started opposing all kinds of inequality and unfair treatment. Many social reformers played very important part in changing people's opinion. Few of the social reformers whose name we all know are Raja Ram Mohan Roy, the second name we remember is Ishwar Chandra Vidya Sagar, another name we easily remember is Swami Dayanand Saraswati, another name is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and Jyotiba Phule. All these people were social reformers who played a very important part in changing people's opinion. We must remember that when Christian missionaries came to India, they criticized many social and religious practices of the Indians. From them, the Indian social and religious reformers learned about the weakness in their culture and decided to remove them. In fact, they decided to adopt the good points of Western culture while leaving the old and evil practices in Indian culture and religion. Learners, have you ever seen the term Christian missionaries before? Who are these people? What does this mean? Christian missionaries? Well, let me explain this to you. They were European individuals or groups. They were sent to colonies for spreading Christianity among the people. People from India who were reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, studied the religious books and told people in simple language that religion does not differentiate between people, and they spread concepts like equality and liberty among the people. New movements were started by them, which were called socio religious movement. as no change in the society is possible without changing the religion. Learners, do you want to know why only upper classes of society were allowed to get education? The reason for this was the caste system. Since ancient times, Indian society was based upon the work a person did. You must remember we are talking about ancient times. However, with time, this division became based on caste and society was divided into upper caste and lower caste. The upper caste people enjoyed all the benefits, while the lower caste people were treated badly. During earlier times, Indian society was divided on the basis of color of skin. The color of skin is known as Varna. Slowly with the time, this changed the society, and now the society was divided on the basis of caste. So, there were four castes among Hindus. We will begin from the upper level. The first is Brahmin, second is Kshatriya, third is Vaishya, and fourth is Sudra. According to this system, people were divided on the basis of work that they did. For example, the Kshatriya were meant to be king and fighters, and Brahmins were to be teachers and preachers. The Vaishyas did business and agriculture, and work of the Shudra was to serve the upper three castes. Slowly, this system became strict as a person could not change his caste even if he changed his profession. This led to the birth of inequality in the society. For example, a person, no matter how capable he was, if born in low caste, was supposed to serve other people. And a person born in upper caste, even if capable, would get all the rights and benefits. only because of his birth in upper caste. Thus, caste system was responsible for inequality and exploitation in society. Learners, many people and organizations came forward to fight against this social evil. Organizations like Brahmo Samaj, Arya Samaj, Prarthana Samaj, Rama Krishna Mission, and also many Indian reformers like Jyotiba Phule, Pandita Ramabai, Narayan Guru, Mahatma Gandhi played important role in fighting against caste system. These reformers told people that everyone was equal before religion and caste system was against the basic rule of humanity. Due to efforts of these social reformers, people came to respect each other and social equality could be achieved. The reformers were very wise men and women. They had read the religious books very well and understood that without reforming the religion, society could not be changed. The reformers were educated men who told people that the evil social and religious practices of the 19th century were not mentioned in the religious books. So, reformers challenged superstition. I think you all know the meaning of superstition. Superstition is a belief born out of ignorance or fear. Some of them even criticized the religion, which was full of superstition. In fact, the aim of the reformers was to change the unscientific approach of people as they wanted them to adopt logical approach. At the same time, they wanted all men and women to be treated equally in the society without any differences. Learners, the condition of education, especially girls' education, was equally bad in those days. In the 19th century, most of the children, especially girls, did not go to school. At that time, education was given in traditional pathshalas, madrasas, and gurukuls. Subjects like Sanskrit, Arabic, grammar, arithmetic, religion, and philosophy were taught there. However, modern subjects like science and technology were not taught to the students. While many old beliefs were common in the society, for example, people did not send their daughters for education because they thought that educated women became widow soon after their marriage. In fact, lack of modern education was the main cause of social and religious evils among the Indians. Hence, it was needed to educate people to change their old and superstitious beliefs and tell them about the progress that had taken place in the other parts of the world. While people of Europe had become modern, but we Indians were still backward, and this was due to our old and wrong social and religious beliefs. All the reformers understood this and worked towards spreading modern and scientific education in the country. In fact, education became the tool to change and modernize the society. Let us now summarize what we have learned in this chapter so far. The first point was main causes of backwardness in the 19th century in Indian society. The second point was social evils related to women's like female infanticides, sati pratha, and polygamy. The third point we discussed was role of social and religious reformers in changing the society. The fourth point we discussed was division of society in four classes and birth of the caste system. Fifth point was attitude of reformers towards religion. Sixth point was condition of education in the country and the steps taken to improve it. With this, we come to the end of this video. I hope you liked this session. If you have any query, you can email us at signlanguage@nios.ac.in. For more videos, you can visit our website at www.nios.ac.in. Thank you for watching.